What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the City Life Project YouTube channel for yet another live fight companion. LFA 204 main card starting now, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to everybody joining us live here on the channel, and big shout out to everybody who joined us for UFC earlier today. That was a really fun stream as well. The good times keep on rolling, ladies and gentlemen. We have Deep later tonight. I believe that starts at 11 p.m. Eastern, and then we have, or midnight, I forget, I'll have to double check, but regardless, it's on the schedule. And then at 4 a.m. Eastern, right after Deep, we have 172. So a lot of combat sports still on the horizon, all night, all morning, and then Sunday, we also have Fury FC live stream as well. Yo, what's up, Lauka? Good to see you. I heard Jubilee was fighting in the UFC. Who are you saying Jubilee to? Jubilee! Yo, shout out to Chance. Yo, I gotta give a big shout out to Chance. Chance donated 20 bucks on the last stream. The calzones just keep flowing. By the way, I didn't have enough time to make calzones, but I think I might do that tomorrow for dinner after Fury FC. I'll have some picture proof as well. They're gonna be tasty. They're gonna be tasty. Again, big shout out to Chance. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Knock on wood, connection's good right now. Can I get a check 1, 2? Yeah, we good. We good. We got a great main card ahead of us here, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with Antoine Ho against Jimi. Nati Vidad coming up in this first one. Ugh, heartbroken. But you know what? Superlek, who fails hydration and who comes in fat on the scale, is a mythical creature. He absolutely destroys his opponent when he does both of those things. It was a good card. Super fat. Again, he didn't miss weight the second time. Hydration. Connection is good. Yo, what's up, Ryan? Let's go, guys. Indeed. What is your profile picture, Ryan? Hold on, let me look. I like it. Is that some salmon? I dig it. Oh yes, rest in peace, George Foreman, by the way, guys. Sad day. What an absolute legend. Thanks again, Chance. Appreciate you. All right, let's get to this first fight, guys. Let's get to this first fight. Again, I'm super excited for a ton of these fights on the main card. And Reylan, Gracie, I thought he was gonna be better. Gets knocked out in the first round. Other than that, the 3 other prelim fights went the distance. I'll ring the bell here for George Foreman. That's awesome. I am glad they're doing this. What's poppin'? It's Japanese painting. I dig it. They could have made belt only eligible to Nabil and Nane and continued the 5 rounds. Yeah, but I mean, that was in Nabil's court, right? Because like basically the cards were in his hands if the fight wanted to continue, and that's what him and his team wanted. Like what is going on right now is what Nabil and his team wanted based on, you know, Superlek's miss. Weight miss, hydration hit, weight hit. I think Superlek's gonna win the fight anyways. RP Foreman, yes indeed. It does suck that, you know, there's some more drama around Superlek, especially when I was saying that Rod Tang might not be the one who's completely dialed. Well, it might be our boy Superlek here. And he already beat Nabil once, so maybe that's why. It's not a new challenge for him, but man, I mean, these Muay Thai fighters fight each other in the regional scene like 4 or 5 times. Like, how many times has he fought freaking Pampayak, for example? Yeah, so Nabil, like, he could have pulled out, but I think he took 30% of the purse, and they're the ones who negotiated with Shachi. Now, look, I'm not saying I'm not saying like it was entirely his camp, but like they definitely had a voice in the negotiations for how the fight was gonna turn out. Rest in peace, George Foreman. Yo, what's up, Hank the Tank? How you doing today? Hey bro, Dirty Boxing is live on YouTube. It is awesome. Mike Perry's company. Yes, unfortunately, I only have 2 eyes. Fortunately, I can only be in one place at a time. But yes, there is Dirty Boxing tonight, along with here. You guys want the list of all the other cards that are going on right now as well? There's a lot. There's a lot between UFC and One Championship. I do see that the Overdogs podcast YouTube channel is streaming it. That is awesome. I'll definitely catch up on it later this weekend. But yeah, I mean, like I said, only can be in one place at a time. Only got 2 eyes, so we decided to focus on LFA. There's a lot of good cards. And friend of the channel, Joe Giannetti, has been on our podcast before. Excited to see him in LFA. So other cards going on tonight. We have DBX, OTX, LXF, Shamrock FC, Pro Box Fight Night, Fundora vs. Burker, Cage Titan 70, Jungle Fight 135, AKA 44, KOK World Series, JFL 51, and then Deep coming on after this. So there's a lot. There's a lot. But for those who are watching the Dirty Boxing, I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be keeping tabs on LFA here, and then maybe I'll even have time to watch a little bit of it after LFA. Between the Deep. I was maybe going to get some sleep, but fuck it. Fuck One just announced that Kato vs. Murad is off. They couldn't negotiate a catch rate. No, damn. 4 a.m. Oh, 4 a.m. Eastern. A main event? No idea. The card starts at 4 a.m. Eastern. Doing all right. Good. Yo, what's up, Activate A? Good to hear. Good to hear. Fun card here today. UFC. A lot of finishes. The way Brady set up that guillotine was crazy high level. Dude, he looks so good. He looks so good. Shout out to him. I'm picking Antoine Ho. I just put the small sprinkle on Nati Vidad. I got it on the second screen. It's all action. Hell yeah. It's good, though. I was sleeping for UFC London. How was the card? It was really good. Well, it's yeah, Dirty Boxing seems very entertaining so far. I do enjoy UFC too. Now, I was thinking about doing the Dirty Boxing stream, but I figured, hey, we'll let them have their first show. I want to watch it as well. And again, I really like LFA, and they had some really good fighters on the card. Jan, Mick, and Nate were so close. Yeah, really close fights, which naturally our chats are probably screaming robbery. Well, mine were. I do think for them, like, I mean, the Jan fight, I have no idea who won that one, so that one really could go either way. I mean, Mick Parkin lost the fight, so, like, I don't know why everyone's screaming robbery in that one. Lost the first round, lost the third round. Seemed pretty evident to me. Like, not one-way traffic by any means, because he dominated the second round. But anyways, let's get to this fight. I got, yeah, plus 1,400. What the fuck? I got big money on Antoine Ho. He better not choke. This LFA card has a few cancellations. 9 fights, kind of small. The dual screen Fundora card in LFA. Dirty Boxing on now. I think he can make it to the UFC. Just ran into Loner Kavanaugh. Very unfortunate this kid has to fight Kavanaugh in Contender Series. True. Jimi, Nati Vidad 3-4 as a pro. 1-4 in his last 5 fights on a 2-fight losing streak. 2 KO, TKO, 0 submissions, 1 decision. Went 2-2 in XFN. He's only 31 years of age. But Antoine Ho, 24 years of age. Lost to 4-1 guy and a 4-2 guy via guillotine choke and unanimous decision at Cage Free FC and Anthony Pettis. So did fight in 2 decent organizations, regional organizations in his last fights. Antoine Ho, I've actually watched Antoine Ho live twice at LFA. He's come to Minnesota twice now, I think. Yeah, twice. Knockouts. Oh no, he only came to Minnesota once. We streamed the first time and watched him. But anyways, he got a knockout in Minnesota as well. Going up against Loner Kavanaugh, especially being a smaller guy himself. Tough showing. Got knocked the fuck out. He is out of the MMA lab. He does have very good striking. He does have knockout power in his own right. 3 KO, TKO, 1 submission, 2 decisions. 6-0 in LFA, but lost on Contender Series. Yeah, it was early in the fight too, and there was a beautiful left hook. Hasn't fought since, which is good. Was supposed to fight on the 6th, the last card, but here on the 22nd instead. Beat a 4-1 guy, 9-9, 2-1, 3-2. I'm pretty sure this was the one I went to. No, this one was in Arizona. Oh, okay, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to Antoine Ho as well. Minus 1,500 is crazy. I hate seeing boxing odds in mixed martial arts, but he's the faster striker, and I don't think Nati Vidad is going to knock him out like Loner Kavanaugh did. Is this N1 Global? Yo, what's up, Chris Cushman? Good to see you. You guys excited for Deep tonight? I can't wait. I've been waiting all day for some real MMA, ladies and gentlemen. Some superior rule set action. Dirty Boxing got potential once they track some worthy competitors. Absolutely. All right. Caught up on the comments. Round 1. Let's get it on. First fight here on the main card. Natividad versus Ho. You the Ho? Oh, big right hand by Antoine Ho. Right uppercut by Antoine Ho. Right hand by Antoine Ho. Already hurt. Natividad, front kick to the face and dropped him. This fight is over. Are you a Ho? Antoine Ho absolutely destroyed this man. I guess the minus 1,500 odds were correct. Just like that. landed some huge shots, and then kicked him in the motherfucking face. On Tuan Ho, ladies and gentlemen. What a comeback after losing to Loner Kavanaugh in Dana White's Contender Series. 13 seconds knockout. 13-second knockout. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. And Tuan Ho putting on a show again. Yeah, dude. Rest in peace, George Foreman. That's why our poll question was geared that way earlier on the UFC. Shout out to Ice Cream Kane. Is that the fastest knockout in LFA history? Is that the fastest knockout? I guess I should be asking Google, but do you guys know? Feints, throws a left, doesn't land. We're just looking at the replay right now. Oh, it was a head kick that dropped him. Then the right uppercut. Then a front kick to the face. Drops him again and then just continues to unload. Bro, Dan Murgliata was like super chill. Hell yeah. Barbosa gets the next dub. Kavanaugh is good. That he is. So I know I was plus 1400. And Tuan Ho. Fastest KO in LFA history. Oh, 11 seconds. It's 11 seconds. So he didn't beat it. He didn't beat it. Shad Walters. 11 seconds. So this is the fastest knockout in LFA history. I found it here on Reddit quickly. Natividad back up to his feet, which is good. Okay, so this is the fastest one. Doesn't look like it was too long ago either. Oh! Okay. Let's see. Shad Walters. A referee is Big Dan, you the man. Let's see. Is he still fighting? Shad Walters 4-1. Yeah, still fighting. Actually fought on LFA 200. Jeez. Yeah, Jeremy Strobel beat him. I knew it sounded familiar. So he landed that 11-second left hook back in April 26th of 2024. Bro, I feel like I might have been... Oh, that was at the Sioux Falls event. Okay. There you go. Natividad lost, yes. Probably not assuming there's been ones like Cage Warriors KO. No, 11 seconds, like I said. Crazy how Super League and Padilla fighting the same day and Ho and Loner fighting the same day, right? No, he has not. Fast KO in Cage Warriors history happened yesterday. What's up, Hog from home? Doing pretty good. Yes, it did. He said I was going to be here no matter what. 24 years of age. Okay, great. Melinda's asking, like, where was your head at after Contender Series? Said it was a tough time, dark time, and he went back and fixed it at the lab, as Cannoneer would say. Dirty Boxing had a first round KO. Let's go. Hey, he says he reps MMA Lab proudly. Let's go. How many rounds were there? Not even one. It was 13 seconds. East Antonio has something to shoot for still in the regionals. I mean, I don't think he ever lost it. I think one loss in Dana White Contender Series as a 24-year-old who was only was he 6-1 or 6-0 going into them. I don't think he had really anything to worry about. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be like a UFC star by any means, but like, I don't know. Everyone has to lose sometime, right? This isn't boxing. You got to learn how to lose as well in the mixed martial arts. I mean, he hasn't won a belt in LFA yet. Yeah, definitely can shoot, continue to shoot for that. And I wonder, I mean, he probably could make a pretty quick turnaround. Probably could come back in, I don't know, July, June. Maybe June's a little too soon, but maybe July. I mean, LFA does multiple cards every single month, so there's opportunity for him. They must be going back to Arizona. Maybe not in the summer. It's too hot. I'm not sure, but they go there often as well. Shit, put him on that Sioux Falls card and I'll drive up there as well. What up, McGeesh? Just glad Reluctant Edwards wasn't compete for another title shot. Yeah, he did not look good in that fight. He did not look good in that fight. I think it was less about being reluctant. I think actually that's the opposite. He went for the takedown. He was being too non-reluctant. If he was being more reluctant and just focused on the counter game, he might have actually had more success. But nope, wanted to go for a takedown. Saw Vucenic do it and was like, huh, I can do that too. Only 9 bouts on this card. Cancellations can make or break LFA sometimes. I mean, I'm fine with the 9-fight card. I've seen less. We had a 6-fight card the other night, and it was fun. It was fun. I guess if you're going, it kind of sucks. But, like, I don't think anybody goes for the 6 to 7 hours that I go for, because I go for, like, the early amateur. Because there are amateur fights as well that sometimes the LFA... Or, sorry, that Tapology sometimes doesn't even post. But yeah, I mean, it should be at least 12 fights. 9 is, it's not great, but I don't know. I'd still pay $40 to go. What's up, Taco? What's up? Because I think the most LFA's ever charged, I think, was for 200, which was $60. They did play the prelims. They did play all the prelims, though, right? Did they play all 5 prelims? Or all 4 prelims? Because usually they only, like, did, like, the last... Usually they only did the last 3. I have 3 tabs open, Dirty Boxing, AKA, and LFA. Hey, Taco Fell watching AKA. That's awesome. Maurice Green and DBX. Let's see if he can finally get a dub. Maurice Green's highlights were him being the Drunky McDrunk on The Ultimate Fighter. Maurice Green will forever be the OG Drunky McDrunk. Now, maybe some of you guys are saying, well, what about season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of stuff? There wasn't one Drunky McDrunk. Everyone was Drunky McDrunk in the early Ultimate Fighters, right? But I feel like in Green's season, he, like, all the girls hated him, all the guys were annoyed with him. Freaking eating mac and cheese on the couch, yelling at everybody. He stole the show. He was the most entertaining part of that season, let's be perfectly honest. That tall man jumping knee was nasty. Whoa. Is that Connecticut's state flag? Or is that like the... I don't know if this is on a reserve or not. That's a sick fucking flag. If only the camera could, you know... Well, they ain't using the ZV-1, I'll tell you that much. They fucking manually focus it! Fucking manually focus it, bro! Come on! Come on! They got the autofocus on, it ain't working, ladies and gentlemen. The autofocus ain't working. I'm not talking about this camera. Oh my god! I think they were stuck on that camera by mistake. Brady versus whatever his name is could be next if Jack pulls out. I'm not sure who that is. All right. I think didn't they say Brady's going to get the title shot now? Or Shavkat. But Shavkat's is going to be out for a little while. I guess Ian Gary, Brady, Buckley, Jack Della, they're all up there as the next wave. All right, Justin Sumter against Luis Henrique Barbosa. All right, this is a heavy. We got 2 heavyweight. Oh wait, they're fighting a light heavyweight. Glover Teixeira in the corner, by the way, of Barbosa, who's making his walkout now. Okay, so this is a light heavyweight fight, but he has fought at heavyweight before. Okay, so he has some strength. Jeez! Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Definitely not as doughy as in this picture anymore. Let's just say that. 15-9 as a pro, 2-3 in his last 5 fights on a 2-fight win streak. He's the slight favorite in this one at -210. Fucking, I forgot he fought in the UFC. How many UFC fights did he have? He had fucking 6 fights in the UFC. Why? Okay, because he fought in 2017. He fought Bular, Tybura. Okay, so kind of forgettable. Kind of forgettable. And to be honest, this was the one blip in my UFC fandom that I didn't follow it as much. I followed more hockey in college than I did MMA. And would just watch the big fights. So that's kind of why this guy was off my radar. But okay, Francis Ngannou knocked him out and Arjun Bular beat him, bro. Like, I almost don't want to pick you because you lost to Arjun Bular, but fought Phil DeFree as well in 2019. This was right before, I think this was like right before we started streaming on the channel. Went and fought some bare knuckle boxing. And honestly, didn't go through a good patch here. Was losing on the regional scene, close fights, but still getting choked out after his little KSW run. But he has fought really good opponents, I will say. In the UFC, he fought Tybura, he fought, well, Span's A opponent. I mean, split decision with Phil DeFree. I mean, you gotta give him credit for that. Phil DeFree is the greatest heavyweight on the planet right now. I'm not even being facetious. Be a 27-22 guy and 4-4 guy to earn this shot. Had a modified rules Muay Thai fight at IFL 3 where he got a win. So I guess he's riding a 4-fight win streak, but with a friggin', you know, flagged fight in Lion fight. Beat two guys that, like, yeah, you should be beating. And then had a modified Muay Thai fight. Is training out of Teixeira's gym, though, so there is that. Justin Sumter. He is the slight favorite, but this is pretty much even, ladies and gentlemen. Minus 120. 11-5 as a pro. 4-1 in his last 5 on a 3-fight win streak. 35 years of age. 1 KO TKO, 8 submissions, 2 decisions, 1 and 2 in Bellator, and he's lost twice on Dana White's Contender Series. Couldn't even win in CES, ladies and gentlemen, but is a solid grappler. Okay, he did get back on the CES train. CES used to be on UFC Fight Pass, by the way. It's a pretty low-level promotion, and now they're charging like $25-$30 for pay-per-view. I'm never paying that shit for CES. But he beat a 10-7 guy, beat a 19-12 guy, and 13 and 8 guy, all rear naked chokes and or neck cranks. Pretty much a CES. Yeah, he's like a CES guy through and through. Fought a little bit in Cage Titans. 9-4-1 as an amateur. I will lean with Glover's guy. I'll lean with Barbosa, locking it in. All right, let me get the ticker going. They're being announced right now, and then I'll get back to your guys' comments. Let me know who you think's gonna win in this one. Yeah, Barbosa is 4 years younger, but has more experience for sure. I think Barbosa's gonna get the submission. I have a 4-legger plus 1,179, starting with the Sumter. Croquet Boss got murked in 42nd. Oh damn! Green got slept laying out in the ring over bottom of the ropes, as we predicted. Morris King fighting on Dirty Boxing. John Jones already getting work for his ass sparring partners. DBX Ring Car Girl fight kits definitely in the mix of the best. Okay. Give me Louise. That was where I remember him from. The huge hammer fist from Ngannou. Glover in his corner. Barbosa looks like another person. Now he's lean as fuck. I think Bilal vs. Jack was announced a couple of days ago. I got Barbosa minus 135. I don't think that's the case, King James. I mean, both the guys, Brady and Leon, said that they were next in line for the title shot after this win, but yeah, who knows? You can't take Dana's words as gospel. What's up, Karl Marx? Good to see you. Chieta is campaigning to fight Nathaniel Wood on the UFC Paris card, by the way. I think they should sign him. Chieta, like, fuck Dana White's Contender Series. Just bring him right in. I would love that. Although, to be honest, Nathaniel Wood, I think, deserves a ranked opponent, but that would be a hell of a fight. More screen with those eyes and nose ring. Wearing a do-rag makes E look like a real-life pirate. Or makes me look like a real-life pirate. Alright. He can't stand. I'll go head-to-head and pick Sumter. Green got bodied in 30 seconds. I am excited to check it out. Alright, round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it on. 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Both these guys pretty big 205ers. I mean, Sumter almost looks a little bit taller than Barbosa. Hank, I don't think he's moving up. He's fought at like catch weights at like 195. Oh, actually, you know what? He's fought 195 before. Maybe he is moving up for this one. I'm trying to go through his record. He fought 195. Did he fight 185 before? Fought 205 before. So maybe just not the biggest 205er. But he has fought 205 before and catch weights of 195. Low kick by Barbosa. Definitely looks like a 205er. Doesn't look smaller than Barbosa here. Hey, what's up, Alpha Zeta? Good to see you. Edson Barbosa is one of the stiffest competition histories. 0 easy fights. Love Edson. And still going, still going. Not winning a lot, but still competing, which is cool. Nice right hand by Sumter. High kick attempt by Sumter. And Barbosa with some hooks. And a nice knee by Sumter. Low kick by Sumter. Low kick by Barbosa. Sumter. Right underhook. Pushing Barbosa up against the cage. 3 minutes and 25 seconds. 3:12. Still with that right underhook. Looking to trip up Barbosa is Sumter. And Sumter trying to drag Barbosa. Well, drag him to his left and tripped him, but great job by Barbosa keeping this on his feet. 3:03. Left hook. Sumter was looking for that trip again. Alpha Zeta, so I didn't check. Did you post that new video yet? I know you said you were gonna... You had a new video of you playing tunes coming up. I think you told me that last week and I haven't checked. Oh, and nice job by Barbosa getting the takedown right into full mount too. 2 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. Barbosa, full mount. Giving up his back is Sumter. First backpack of the... Oh, actually, never mind. He lost it. He lost it. Doesn't have the hooks anymore, but controlling the torso of Sumter. Sumter on his knees. Sumter crawling to the cage. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Barbosa trying to drag his torso away from the cage here. And by doing so, he might be able to get that left hook in. Almost. Almost. Yeah, very, very close. I was like... Oh, beautiful slam takedown by Barbosa. But they go right back into the same position. Sumter, knees planted. Barbosa trying to take his back. Just dragging the shoulders of Sumter. Here's Barbosa, man. This is some big brother ass shit right now. 1 minute 45 seconds. Back up to his feet is Sumter. I imagine another slam is coming by Barbosa. Trying to fight the hands right now is Sumter. One minute 30 seconds, and here it comes. Here comes another great takedown by Barbosa. Body lock. He almost dragged Sumter back up to his feet because he's like, nah, didn't like that position. Didn't like that position upon getting the takedown. 1 minute and 16 seconds. One minute and 9 seconds. Another takedown by Barbosa. Barbosa needs to land some strikes here, though. I mean, he is wearing the more visible damage. Oh, he's looking for the neck crank. He threatened the neck crank anyways, but didn't get the right hook in. I don't know why he's stuck in the body lock. Or softened him up a little bit. He's had a few chances. Dude, at one point it looked like he brought him back up to the feet. I think he's just bullying him right now. There's some strikes here. He just needs to land a little bit of ground and pound here to win back the striking in the judge's eyes. Because Sumter actually cracked him a couple times in the nose. And he's bleeding, so... Does need to land even some muffin shots here just to show, okay, I'm scoring as many points and dominating him in the grappling. So smart there to get some shots off. I think that's more than enough to show the judges, okay, I actually did some damage too, guys. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Still holding on to the torso. It is not the co-host from the Rampage podcast. And that is it for the first round. Round 2 coming up. All right, smash that like button, by the way, guys, if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys joining. All right. John Jones investing in DBX and sending all his sparring partners as sacrificial lambs. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, was never high on Maurice Green. I thought him being Drunky McDrunk on that season of The Ultimate Fighter was the highlight of his career. Gilbert Melendez low-key sounds like Bear. Little California accent. Yeah, no, so it's Gilbert Melendez and Ron Kruk. And Ron Kruk's been doing regional, like, I think kickboxing as well as MMA for a very long time. All right, round 2, ladies and gentlemen, round 2. I met both of them. Well, I saw them at the last one, but had beers with them the first time I went after the fight. A lot of the guys were just chilling at the casino bar and got to hobnob with fucking Gilbert Melendez for a little bit and just talk regional show. They didn't like how much I liked the other regional shows, though. They kept coming back to, well, LFA's better, LFA's better. I was like, okay, yeah. Super West Coast vibes, yeah. No, super cool guy. Ron, honestly, was insanely chill, and he wanted to, like, talk about all sports and just, yeah. He probably was a few beers in after. Nice left, by the way, by Barbosa. Let's get it on! As we have 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Left by Barbosa, and he snatched up that single leg. Let's see if he can take down Sumter with the single leg. He's been able to just body lock and throw him to the ground, but Sumter has good balance on that single leg. Barbosa wasn't able to take him to the ground. 4 minutes on the clock. Nice knee by Barbosa. I did, actually. I did. Gilbert loves it. Like, I was nerding out over, like, some of the dream fights and Pride. Because he was in Shockwave, right? Couple Coronas deep. I don't think I asked him. I didn't ask him about Shockwave in particular. But I did ask him about fighting in Japan. And when I said stomps, he just smiled and he's like, oh yeah, man. He didn't say the words real fighting, but he was thinking of it. 3 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. And there we go. Sumter ends up in the top position here. Good job by Sumter. Modified half guard side control. Barbosa turning to his left. Barbosa looking to try to get back up to his feet. Sumter trying to control his torso. Barbosa, right shoulder up against the cage. He's going to use this to wall walk. Sumter's been on defense the whole fight, except for that freaking scramble. Hell yeah. I do have there's a picture of us on YouTube, but it's way, I'll try to find it. It's way down the community post tab or whatever it's called now. Dude, at one point it was like him and Shin Aoki. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. 2 minutes 37. Still in the top position here is Barbosa. Good reversal there by Barbosa. I mean, Sumter had his moment. Now in modified half guard side control, trying to get into mount here is Barbosa. Is it actually? Well, sick. There's freaking $55 USD I'll never see again. I think Barbosa's just stronger. Me too, Shane. Oh, nice left hand by Barbosa. Looking to take the back of Sumter. What a back take. Still didn't get it. One champion apparently partnered up with some sponsor and they're streaming the card on some random streamers today. Honestly, but for principle, I should just watch it on Twitch. Again, more Big Brother moves for Barbosa. Just drag the neck of Sumter back and now gets into side control. Well, please share the link in the Discord. They done it last time. Sweet deal. Gilbert, Pettis, Henderson, Alvarez were all running shit in their own corners in the US. Yeah, and then Shin Aoki was the guy in Dream. And then came over and, you know, didn't have his best performance in Strikeforce. 1 minute 16 seconds on the clock. And again, in that modified half guard side control. Now trying to get him into the crucifix. And he has that right arm locked. Big right hands here by Barbosa. 1 minute on the clock. I accuse that dude in Japan. MMA on Point made a really good documentary about just that era. And how like Gilbert and Naoki are supposed to fight each other so many times for so long. 39 seconds on the clock. Oh, you gotta listen to some random casual yap. But are they showing it still? Because I'll just mute it. 28 seconds. And again, just dragging Sumter backward. This is the second round, guys. This is the second round. Oh, Kimura. Kimura. Oh, that is it. It is all over. I don't know if he tapped or if it was a verbal tap, but when he yanked that arm over the torso, it was good night, Jim Kite. Well, I guess it wasn't good night, but that arm might have broken if the ref didn't jump in there. I'll have them on mute. Yeah, they're usually not too annoying. Long shot four-legger down the drain immediately. Henderson and Pettis was really the only ones that got settled while in their prime still. Yeah, I watched it. Last card on there. Let's go. I said he subbed him -110 hits. D-Rod and Jeff Craig's corner. Oh, nice. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Another finish in LFA. Not as quick as Antoine Hose, but still a great performance by Luis Henrique Barbosa. 16-9 now on a 3-fight win streak. All right, let's see if I can find that picture. I gotta scroll down for days, so I'll keep this other tab open so I can see your guys' comments still coming in. Yeah, glad he got it at the end. All right. I mean, training with the Teixeira's gym, it's gonna help a little bit. All right, we're waiting the official announcement. I'm scrolling for days. I'm scrolling actually for years because this was like a year and a half ago. But I'll find it. That Jeff guy's apparently one of Ferguson training partner. Oh, no way. Okay, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I used to post way more on this community tab. And announced as the winner, Luis Henrique Barbosa. What's the lock next fight? Did Barbosa win? This is mixed martial arts. Locks do not exist. Even Antoine Ho I wouldn't have said was a lock, but oh my god. All right, let's get to this next fight. Featured fight and friend of the channel, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. Friend of the channel. Joe Giannetti in this next one. Glover's proud of that one. With polishing and better competition, I think DBX has hope. I'm excited to watch it. Again, not watching it live right now, but I'll catch up later for sure. Let's go, Joey motherfucking G Skeletor, ladies and gentlemen. And we still keep in touch. He has a YouTube channel as well. I'll link it in the chat in a sec here. And we will get to the breakdown here in a moment. I'm so close to finding this picture. I'm gonna do a couple more scrolls. Oh, here it is. I found it. Let's see. Couple beers with the boys. But yeah. So yeah, that was a long time ago. That was the first time I went to LFA after moving to Minnesota. We all got that. We're a little boozed up, fucking shit-eating grin on our face. All right, let's tee up this next one. So I think what happened was my roommate was getting off work. He had my car. Because I Ubered there. He had my car. Then he was going to pick me up. But it's like half an hour away from his bar. His bar closed at midnight. The fights ended at like 10:30. So we just posted up at the bar and drank. A lot of there was like three former Gopher wrestlers who, one's at ATT now, who were there as well. I forget his name off the top of my head. That looks like an MS Paint photo. It was a Samsung. I don't even know what type of Samsung phone this is photo. Why do I have an... Oh, I was like, why do I have a 9:15 alarm? They just said Felipe lost by split. It was unanimous. One of ex-LFA guys on the UFC card. Lesnar? What's up, Sean Cosgrove? Lesnar's not fighting. Is this Brock Lesnar fight? Lesnar is not fighting. Oh, Gopher guys. No. This was like a couple months ago. And the guys are like 24 years old. And he trains out of American Top Team. I don't think Brock... Brock never trained at American Top Team. Did he, Sean? Genuine question. Like, I'm not being facetious. I don't even remember where Brock Lesnar trained, actually. Bunch of LFA guys won in the UFC tonight. Yeah, the dogs were howling tonight. Bembos just got finished in the start of the 2. But yeah, no, it was a pretty fun UFC card tonight. The Brits didn't do that good, but hey, fun stuff nonetheless. Love the time. Does he train in Alexandria? I honestly don't know much about Brock Lesnar because even in his peak, I wasn't the biggest fan of him. I was always rooting for like Mir. I wanted Nogueira to beat his ass. So I don't know much about Brock Lesnar. I did watch the documentary about him that Napoleon Bonaparte made, but I don't think it talked about, honestly, his gym, now that I think about it. Hank would know. He's the pro wrestling guy. I just know he fought on a K1 card, one other regional, and then boom, right into the UFC. Hey, shout to Zeev. Dogs are humping my leg. As Emma native, I'm offended. He trained at the academy. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know. I know Castaneda trains at the academy. Oh, Glover with another guy that he's cornering here. Glover's cornering Leonardo. Okay. Joe Giannetti, a lot bigger than his opponent. Got him and Santos in the co-main plus 105. Brits went 2-6. Wait, what was the quote? Where did Brock Lesnar train? But I guess he trained out of the academy, which is the Minneapolis, which is a very, very good gym out of Minneapolis that's had a lot of UFC fighters come through there. This guy's another Glover guy as well. Didn't even realize. Same place Richmond trains. Yeah, Castaneda trains there as well. There's been a flurry of UFC guys who trained out of the academy. I did not know that. Like I said, I'm not a big... Was never a big Brock guy. Always rooted against him. But I will say, he was a fun coach on the Ultimate Fighter. Chicken salad, baby. I'm picking Giannetti. All right. Skeletor making his way into the cage as well. Yo, Joe, if you're watching this after, we're fucking rooting for you. Joe Giannetti, 16-6-1 for the former Ultimate Fighter alumni. Minus 200. He is the favorite, 29 years of age. Cage Titans boss, by the way. Multiple time champion in Cage Titan. I think at one point even 2 division champion in Cage Titans. 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Lost split decision in his last title fights. Then went to Karate Combat and landed a beautiful knockout on Brandon Jenkins. And now is coming back to LFA. Now, Joe Giannetti's ripped up Cage Titans. He's done so well on the regional scene both before and after his Ultimate Fighter run back in 2018. Trained at AKA and also locally in the Boston area. But he's never won in LFA. His only 2 LFA fights in 2020 were losses against really good opponents, Aaron McKenzie and Brant Moore. So hopefully, and I think he will get his first win. He's a good striker. He's a good wrestler. He's got good jiu-jitsu. And he's got some savage fucking knees and elbows in the clinch. He's taller and lankier than Leonardo Limberger, who's 16-9 as a pro, 1-4 in his last 5 fights. He's the underdog at plus 160 on a 3-fight losing streak. Does train with Glover there and has competed in Russia. So there is that. 2 KO, TKO, 7 submissions, 7 decisions. He may try to out-wrestle Giannetti here, but I do think Giannetti has nasty jiu-jitsu and has good scrambles as well. I mean, shit, I just said jiu-jitsu and they're showing some of his scrambles off his back as well. 2-5 in ACA, 5-0 in Chuto, Brazil. All right, so he's one of those Brazilians they threw into the fire in ACA. So there you go. Oof. Yup, they definitely threw him in the deep water there. Absolutely ripped up Chuto, Brazil, though, and beat some solid guys there. Oh man, you hate to see when these guys off the regional Brazilian scene go to ACA and just get absolutely destroyed. It's tough to see. Anyways, we're going with Skeletor Joe Giannetti, ladies and gentlemen, and I highly recommend, I mean, win or lose, I highly recommend that you guys go and check out the podcast that I did with Joe Giannetti. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. We have to reconnect soon. And again, we're getting the podcast back going here. Taking a lot of time to get back in the swing of things on my end. But anyways, he was one of the early guests to give us some of his time. Here's the link to it. And he talks about how his roommate in the Ultimate Fighter house was none other than Bryce Mitchell. So he's got a couple Bryce Mitchell stories as well. Take in a Limberger plus 180. My childhood friend's dad went to the same high school as him and had like a mini shrine for him. No way. Wrestling heel in the UFC, fans were so lucky. I believe people slid through for that Midwest wrestling practice too. Nice. Had to switch to LFA for this one. Got to show Skeletor some love. How does John Anik twin brother have a full head of hair, but Anik himself doesn't, and they are twins? One lucked out, one didn't. Leonardo's definitely no He-Man. Think Joe gets a KO, TKO. All right, here we go. And again, Joe Giannetti has a YouTube channel. If you can't find it, just by looking it up, I'll link it in a bit here. Yeah, he is a lot taller, Joe Giannetti. And this is being contested at, what is it, lightweight? Joe Giannetti also fights at 170. At one point, he had both the Cage Titans lightweight and welterweight title. Let's fucking go, Giannetti! All right, round one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it on. Low kick by Limberger. Giannetti light on his feet. Wide stance here. Love Skeletor's shorts as well. Bro, I gotta ask him in his next fight. Maybe City Life can throw a little logo on Giannetti's shorts for his next one. See how much he charges. That would be awesome to support him. 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Not sure how much I can afford, but we'll see what his rates are. 424. Swinging a minute. Oh, there's more of a feint with that right hand by Limberger. But yeah, Limberger looks like he's moved up to fight in this one, and it looks like Giannetti's moved down to fight in this one, right? Because I'm pretty sure Limberger has fought probably at like 145 before. Limberger going for the takedown. Yeah. Well, again, he's fought. He can fight at 155 and 170. 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Limberger unable to get the takedown. Giannetti now pushing Limberger up against the cage. His rates will go down after a loss? I don't think so. I think his rates will remain the same. Sebastian Fundora is huge. So cartoonish. Oh yeah, Fundora's fighting tonight, right? 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Couple shots to the body by Giannetti. .324. More just muffin shots to the body here. And Giannetti looked to reverse, and they end up separating. Right hand by Limberger. Back at center. .309. Giannetti missing with the low kick. 1-2 by Limberger, blocked by Giannetti. Low kick by Limberger outside of the lead right leg of Skeletor. Looking for the counter right was Joe Giannetti, didn't land. Low kick again by Limberger. Looking for the high kick was Joe. 241. Low kick by Limberger. I mean, other than the takedown, none of these guys have pulled the trigger much on the feet just yet. Giannetti out of range with that front kick. There's a nice low kick by Giannetti inside of that lead left leg of Limberger. Giannetti changes lead legs, changes stances here. Feints by Giannetti, but just another low kick there. Out of range was Limberger with that low kick. 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Give him the stinky cheese! Limberger cheese! Shout out, little rascals. 2 minutes on the clock. Giannetti just looking to counter here by the looks of it. 154 pressuring Giannetti outside that center line is Limberger. Low kick by Limberger, but Giannetti lands a nice right hand. Giannetti looking maybe for the guillotine. And Limberger in half guard here, so I don't think Giannetti's going to be able to get it. Only has the right arm around the neck. I watched the Cage MMA card tonight, and there was this guy called Amarov. He's only 3-0, but I tell you, that guy's fucking good. Okay. I saw that they were streaming at the same time the UFC. I liked their stream, and I commented in their chat just saying I'd be watching if there was no UFC on. Oh, Joe Giannetti still on the bottom here, but high guard, looking for a triangle. Oh, big elbows! Giannetti lands some big elbows from the bottom on Limberger. Limberger still in half guard. Limberger. Nice job getting that knee on the arm of Giannetti. Giannetti rolling from the bottom, though. High guard again by Giannetti, and he's going to go for the triangle. Big elbows by Giannetti from the bottom as he's controlling Limberger. Oh my goodness, TKO from the bottom? Is this going to be a TKO from the bottom? Holding on to the arm. Giannetti doesn't care about the arm triangle, so he wants the TKO from the bottom, and it is all over. It is all over. Motherfucking badass finish. Fuck the armbar. Fuck the triangle choke. I'm just gonna keep punching you in the face on my back. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Getting his first win in LFA, ladies and gentlemen. Getting his first win since losing the title in Cage Titans. Back in the MMA scene. Welcome back to LFA, Joe. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Fuck the triangle. Fuck the armbar. I'm just gonna beat the piss out of you from the back. Hey, good display of respect here from Joe. He was in a triangle and he said, fuck the squeeze. I'm just gonna punch you in the face. TKO from his back, ladies and gentlemen. Love it. Love it. Hell yeah. What a great win. What a great win. Very comfortable off his back and using a lot of elbows as well. Just looking at the replay right now. Big Dan Murgliata. Big Dan Murgliata almost looks sad ending fights. He's like, ah. Another prediction, good win. Oh, I meant to ask, did you get to rewatch the Daniel Schwint versus Marek Bartel from the last Octagon card? No, I haven't been able to watch anything. I didn't have a chance to catch up on the last Octagon card at all. Keep refining his striking. He can go places. Guess he's over injury. I guess so. Hey, I hope they bring him back for another fight, LFA. That was a lot of damage. Thought he was limp when he landed the heel from the guard. Oh, I wanted a timeout. That was a sick finish. But no, I didn't have time to catch up on that Octagon card. But that's the fight to watch, eh? I think you commented on one of my videos. I just bookmarked it, so I'll add it to the list. I have like a list of cards and fights on my whiteboard here that I got to get to. The shitty thing about having to pay bills is you have to work, and when you work, you can't watch MMA. I know. First world problems. That was a sick finish. 17-6-1 for Joe Giannetti, ladies and gentlemen. And again, definitely rooting for him. Friend of the show. Salt of the earth human as well, and he's being interviewed by Gilbert Melendez right now, and he is so pumped. Hell yeah. He says, I'm stoked to be doing it in front of friends and family. Oh, I guess he's living in Connecticut now. Okay, okay. I know it's not too far from Boston area, but I know he was living, or maybe he is still living in Mass, but just easy to get to Connecticut from there. Skeletor gang, baby! He's always been one away and choked, it seems like, right? If only MMA was your landlord, yeah. It's just the thing, he gets so close, he gets so close. He's still young enough for if he puts together a couple wins here. See, he just said, I may be the biggest screw up in the sport. I don't think he is. But he said, I will be the best in the world. And Dana White, when you come back to Boston, put me on that fucking card. Dude, let's go, Joe. Let's fucking go. That's awesome. That's awesome. You can watch pretty much any Daniel Schwind fight and get to watch some of the most fun fighting you've ever seen. All right, okay. I'm gonna write. I'm underlining it now. He said it. Fundora's battering Booker. Hey, dude, big shout to Joe Giannetti. Again, Joe, if you're watching this back, if you've sifted through here and found your fight, super fucking stoked for you, buddy. Let's freaking go. Let me quickly shout out his channel. And again, check out the interview we did with him. I will be there Friday, April 11th, LFA 206. If anybody wants to come up and watch, we'll be there. We'll be there. I think there's some City Lifers who's going to be there as well. All right, here's Joe Giannetti's YouTube channel. And like I said, he does like some gaming content, some UFC previews. He's done some watch parties as well. We raided him once. We raided him once. I mean, raid. We had like 20 people go over there, but still. I think the fact that he is at 155, which is easily the deepest division in MMA, doesn't help him, but he could dog walk some of the 155s in UFC, in my opinion. He can fight at 170 or 155, so that does, and like I said, he's capable, and obviously I think his size is better for 155 because he's taller and lankier than most of the guys. I do know he has had trouble at times making weight at 155 because of his size. I mean, he's even talked like he's so candid, which is what I like about him, and that was what I kind of realized talking to him really quickly when we connected last year. Don't think Joe got the attributes to ever make the top 10. No, but I mean, if he makes the UFC, I mean, maybe. If he makes the UFC, that's the stepping stone. That's the stepping stone. I think, Cash, the Fundora under 9.5 rounds, minus 115. The thing is, like, Cage Titans is a good league. LFA is deeper. So if he can get now some good wins, and I'm not saying this is, like, the best opponent, but he's got some momentum. Karate Combat win here. If he can throw together... Even if it's just one more win in LFA and another sick knockout in Karate Combat, I mean, if and when the UFC comes back to Boston. Avs blew a 3-goal lead and now are going to a shootout. Who are the Avs playing again? Okay, Minnesota's playing Buffalo today, and they beat them 4-1. Thank God. Stars on Monday, though. Golden Knights Tuesday. And then I'm going to see Ovechkin come to town on Thursday. Oh, 100%. He was on The Ultimate Fighter. Like I said, on the podcast in which we hosted him, he talked about how his roommate was Bryce Mitchell. To the Canadien Tabernacle. Goddamn. I will say, the Montreal Canadiens have beautiful jerseys, but I do not root for the Canadiens. I love Alex Newhook, Cole Caulfield, Brendan Gall. Like, there's so many, like, beauties on the team. Who's that defenseman psychopath who just is a bowling ball out there? Speaking of accomplishments in MMA, Molly retiring in the UFC is dope. That is true. And she said she didn't want to just keep taking fights for money. Shane's picking Santos. Much better than seeing her go down to Cage Warriors. Or just like, yeah. Again, going back down to Cage Warriors. For sure. All right. Barbosa minus 265. Locking it in, swag. Locking it in. All right, let's get to this next one. Dude, I'm buzzing right now. Whenever, like, I have a chance to, like, interview or connect with fighters and still, like, you know, message them every now and then, like, especially, obviously, those on the regional scene, it's just so cool to see them have success, especially when you know them a little bit. So it's just really cool to see. If you can retire in the highest league, it says something about your level. I meant Santos. I was gonna say, didn't Barbosa already fight? That Brazilian. Insert Brazilian name here. Minus Chelp Sonnen. Of course, of course. He's undefeated. Undefeated. Santos. I think the only fighter whose, like, legacy wasn't really tarnished at all retiring in a different league is Machida. Because, like, he dominated in Bellator as well. Against good guys in Bellator. Joe Unknown need the other leg. Santos to finish a double plus 105. All right. Dylan Mantello. He was on Dana White's Contender Series recently. He lost to... Oh, my God. How do you lose to Hassanzada? Honestly... I remember not being impressed. Because I'm not super impressed with Hassanzada, that's why. But anyways. Dylan Mantello, the quiet man. 8-4 as a pro, 3-2 in his last 5 fights. 32 years of age. If I'm not mistaken, more of a... Is he not more of a grappler? Trains out of Reylan. Well, 5 KO TKOs. That must be confusing, but there's a different guy from the States on Contender Series. Anyways, 5 KO TKOs, 2 submissions, 1 decision. Second opportunity on Dana White Contender Series, 3-1 in Ring of Combat. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ahmed Hassanzada, and if memory serves me correct, Dylan Mantello actually rocked him earlier in the fight, and then he came back and got him in the rear naked choke. Nice flying knee against Nate Williams. I remember that was a beautiful highlight. Nate Williams, a 15-13 guy. Krzyzewski's pretty good, lost to him. Hasn't really done much in the UFC, but yeah, I mean, he's actually pretty good. He's actually pretty good. Tough son of a bitch. 9-3 guy, he beat on Cage for UFC, and he was the champion in Ring of Combat. Again, yeah, his championship, he beat a 6-6 guy. So, solid opponent in Cage for UFC. Beautiful highlight here. Again, you can't lose to Hassanzada. He's not a big fan of Hassanzada, but you got the rear naked choke. 2 first round finishes here. 4-8 guy, 3-1 when he's in 3-0. 6-0 on the amateur scene. I don't know, man. He may be a striker who knocks guys out, but I just remember him getting hit too much, and he lost to Hassanzada. I know he knocked him out, but, like, come on. Both of them are 32 years of age. Ednilson Santos, 13-6-1 as a pro, 3-2 in his last 5 fights. He is the favorite at minus 220. Oh, shit. That's his coach? All right. He's out of Cruz MMA, so one of Cruz's disciples. 7 KO TKOs, 1 submission, 5 decision. He's fought in ACB, 1-0 in LFA. Beat Gamula Kirk in his UFC debut. Lost SFT to a 12-5 guy decision before then beat a 14-8 guy, 4-2 guy. Lost in Budo Cento Championship split decision. I mean, overall, I think his resume is a little bit better. Beat an 8-3 guy, 8-1, 7-3. Knocked out 2 out of those 3 guys. Adam Aliyev. Never mind. Totally thought he was somebody else. I'm going with Santos as well. I think even Santos can outstrike Dylan Mantello. I just remember not being impressed with Mantello in Dana White Contender Series at all, other than that one moment where he landed on Hassanzada that hurt him. Hassanzada was controlling him and then eventually got the rear naked choke. I remember the Krzyzewski fight as well. Krzyzewski absolutely beat him up and then got him to the ground and got the rear naked choke as well. So, going with Santos on this one. I'm back from the Thunder versus Booker fight. I'll pick Dylan from Long Island. Smash. Glover working overtime. Leota's one of my favorites. Me too. Disregarding his unconscious body like it was a dummy. True. And John Joe. I mean, that was savage. Santos beat Kirk last fight. Better opponent. Ex-UFC guy. Got Santos decision 5-2 in picks for this card. Tapology has the spout order so off, even though they had it right before. Mantello looks like he sells you vacuums. Kato refusing to accept a catch rate actually has me salty, man. Why couldn't it have been the non-title bout? The other non-title bout?
Let's get it all.
Round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Wish I could watch one card tonight, but it starts at 1 a.m. for me. It starts at 4 a.m. for me, Gray Shirt. But I'm watching Deep before, so I'm staying up all night. We're watching Deep at 11 p.m. my time. Oh, nice counter left and right by Mantello. Wait. Is this not Santos? Oh! Okay, sorry, never mind. Brain fart for a second. My stream freaking froze, and it froze without the the names on the bottom. I was like, wait a second. Okay, it is Santos. It is Santos. 4 minutes 15 seconds on the clock. I tripped out because I was like, cancellation. Was there some musical chairs here as well? Santos fight just started. They're clinching up against the cage. 4 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. Is it 3 a.m. Eastern? Okay, I thought it said 4 a.m. But I'm probably wrong. It is on my schedule. That's why I say check the schedule. Don't ask me. Check the schedule. So many striking ace. So many. Like 5 other events. But we're just going to cover Deep. Looking for the takedown here is Santos. 3 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock. Doesn't get it. Left underhook by Santos. Pushing Mantello up against the cage. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nice cross from Santos. Okay, so it is at 3 a.m. My bad. 3 a.m. Santos El Halper. Oh, damn. Longo raging Al Mantello's corner. Good wrestling, Jim. 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Good old foot stomp by Santos. That's what you like to see. That's what you like to see. 3:09. I would cover some more stuff after this, guys, but I need to get at least an hour of sleep, right? A little nappy poo before fucking Deep, which starts, I believe, at 11 p.m. or midnight Eastern. One or the other. Actually, I might not be able to get any sleep. If Deep starts at 10, then we're fooked. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Still clinching up against the cage of Santos. Let's see. 2:31. I wonder when the ref's gonna say, let's work, let's work. Oh, shit. Yeah, Deep starts at 10:30. Fuck. My time. So 11:30 Eastern. Deep Jewel starts at 3:25 a.m. That's... Okay. Damn, okay. Never mind. No sleep. We're going right to Deep after this. We're not sleeping tonight. Oh, nice right uppercut by Mantello. No, absolutely not. I mean, I am. I'm skipping Deep Jewels. Oh, nice left and right. Right hand by Santos. I am skipping Deep Jewels. There's 2 cards back-to-back tonight. I'm skipping one of them. 1 minute and 50 seconds. Deep starts in 45 to an hour. I think they have 1 or 2 prelims, and then like the main card starts at 11:30 Eastern. I think. 1 minute and 33 seconds. Santos landed the better shots, like 5 punch combo, 4 huge hooks that landed on Mantello. Now he's clinching back up against the cage. I'm staying up for Deep, but not Jewels as much as I want. I look like a zombie from the dark spots under my eyes. What up, everyone? Had a blast. My niece's birthday today. Hell yeah. Glad you had a good day. Glad you had a good day, Scott. 1 minute and 11 seconds on the clock. Mantello now pushing Santos up against the cage. Good thing I drank some coffee. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some coffee after this. I thought for some reason I would have at least an hour to sleep, but nah. They're throwing now as they separate again. Santos another 1-2. Santos with the left hand. Santos with the right. Santos with the left. Santos is the way better striker, man. Santos absolutely outboxing Mantello. Doing everything but knocking him out. Oh, big right hand. Big left. Oh my god, right hand. Left hand. How is Mantello still taking these shots? 43 seconds on the clock. Mantello desperation wrestling. Oh my god, Mantello got the takedown. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me, Santos. Mantello gets the takedown, and that saved him. That saved him because Santos was landing some huge shots on him. He was basically a walking zombie, and look at him. He's like laying on top of him right now. The Deep Jewels event, main event is really good. It should have been on the Rising card, to be honest. Santos masterclass, except Mantello got the takedown. Mantello now trying to move into mount. 13 seconds. Mantello trying to land a right elbow. Doesn't land. Mantello bleeding by the looks of it. Leaking. Yeah, his nose is busted up big time. And that is it for the first round. Are most zombies walking zombies? I don't think so. Santos was lighting him up. I think some zombies are just vegetable zombies. All right, round 2 coming up. Who's leaking? Mantello. He was getting absolutely destroyed on the feet. Santos did everything but knock him out. Mantello so floppy-limbed. I can't believe he got that takedown. Ayaka Hamazaki versus Morei Suda. Hamazaki should be Ryzen exclusive at this point in her career, in my opinion. Especially with Ryzen 50 coming up. They couldn't squeeze her onto that card. Dude, Deep Jewels is always a lot of fun. We see almost as many finishes on Deep Jewels as we do in the men's. Bro, this is a pretty big theater. Actually, you know what? It's as big as Mystic by the looks of it. That's where I go to watch. Okay, so we actually might be a little late to start Deep. I know this is the co-main, but I haven't set up the Deep stream yet. Let's go. I trained with Santos, wishing nothing but the best results for him. Let's go. All right, round 2, ladies and gentlemen. This doctor was looking at the right eye of Mantello. He seems to be okay.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Low kick by Santos. Counter right by Mantello. Oh, big right hand by Mantello. Mantello throwing here to go for the takedown early. 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Mantello throwing those shots to try to get back to the clinch, and he does. Nice left by Mantello. Right and left by Santos. Low kick by Santos. Left to the body by Mantello. Mantello with the body lock again. 4:26. Mantello looking for the body lock takedown. Santos, good defense here. Underhooks by Santos. Santos honestly needs to break the clinch and just strike. He almost finished Mantello. Like he was 2 or 3 big shots away, I swear. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Santos, good takedown defense when he's not being reckless. True. Underhooks by Santos. Going for the good old foot stomp. Love the classic UFC foot stomp, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes and 44 seconds. All right, just taking a little break here in the clinch. Mantello's the one who actually tried to break, and he does. They're back at center. Body kick by Mantello. Low kick by Santos. Mantello with the low kick. Mantello with the left to the body. Counter right by Mantello. Santos didn't like that, but Santos with a straight pop jab. Try on your desktop. Oh, nice right hand by Mantello. Oh, nice right hand by Mantello. Why is Mantello going for the takedown there? He landed 2 big shots. Okay, never mind. Mantello just got in full mount. Mantello in full mount. 55 seconds on the clock. I don't know. It works for me, Billy Jacks. I've never had an issue becoming a subscriber or a member of anybody's YouTube channel. 2 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Maybe try a different device. I'm not sure. I've had no issue with Gracie. I've had no issue with Black Combat. I've had no issue with Deep. He rocked Santos. I was critical of him going for the takedown there, but he landed right in full mount, so who am I to comment? I don't know. He should have stayed up. He looked hurt. Oh, it is all over. Mantello just knocked Santos the fuck out. He folded him like a lawn chair. Oh my God. What a comeback. What a comeback. Mantello just knocked Santos the fuck out. He folded, dude. The knee is not supposed to bend that way when you fall backwards like a lawn chair. Mantello's got dog, man. His striking technique. Oh, is that Ken Shamrock in the audience? I mean, there's Shamrock FC tonight. It looked like Ken Shamrock there for a moment. Holy damn, that comeback was nutty. Thank you so much, Ben, for the $3 donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's fucking go. What's up, William Pole Samurai? Dylan Mantello comes back in the second round, lands a huge combo, takes down Santos, gets in full mount. They get back up to their feet, and it's a big knee to the face. Another knee to the face, followed by a big right, left, right, and Santos folded. Glove no. So I literally, please stop spamming. I literally told you who won. How many more fights we got just out of work? One more fight on this card, Sleeto, but then I'll be back for Deep in 45 minutes to an hour. And then after Deep, we have one championship, 171. That was Slick Counter. Oh my god, this card is dog walking UFC. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
No way. Damn. Great underdog win by Mantello. What a comeback. In his LFA debut as well, as yeah, he was mostly a Cage Fury FC as well as Ring of Combat, which Ring of Combat, it's not on the same level as Cage Fury FC. Santos still on the ground. Okay, he's being looked at by the doctors right now. Good display of respect by Mantello. Damn, that was brutal. Brazilian Samurai. Hell yeah. Bro hit the Augusto Sakai loss emote. Oh, damn. Is that William Poles from UAE Warriors? What's up, dude? Zach Puega up next on Dirty Boxing. Yo, do we have a fellow fighter in the live chat here? William Poles Samurai? Brazilian Samurai, baby, let's go. Dude, shout out to William in the live chat here. Bro, it totally is. Dude, we have royalty in the live chat. Shout out to the Samurai in the live chat. Good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? For those who don't know, our boy here last fought on one championship, 171 in Qatar. Fought on UAE Warriors, Copa Thunder, all in 2024. Hey, dude, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Can't wait to see you fight next. Do you have a fight booked, by the way? Do you have a fight booked? Or are you just training right now? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Who are you rooting for in this one? Who are you rooting for in this one? Were you rooting for your Brazilian brother? He looked good in the first round. Oh, no. He looked good in the first round, but got starched in the second, and he's being taken out on the stretcher right now, guys. He was sitting up on his own accord when the ref was, or when the doctors were looking at him, but it looks like they're taking him out in a stretcher right now. So, best wishes to him, and I hope he recovers okay. But they're taking that extra precaution to take him out of the cage on a stretcher right now. Oh, man, that was brutal. Hello, bro. Your last fight was really good against the Daggy guy. Samurai. Oh, my God. 73 to 27 strikes. Then, boom. Mantello's a dog. I feel bad for Santos. Damn. Damn, he's going out like that. You know, and it's probably tough, like, especially for Mantello coming back. And, you know, obviously he had his celebration, but it's tough. It's tough when you see your opponent go out like this. Extra precautions here. Like I said, he was sitting up by himself when he came back too, but taking him out on the stretcher here. Nothing but the best for Ednilson Santos. Hope he makes a good recovery. He had a hell of a first round, and Mantello, hell of a second to come back. He is a dog. He took so many big shots, and what a comeback, man. What a comeback. Damn. This sport is brutal, man. This sport is brutal. Like I said, best wishes to Santos. Wishing him a quick recovery. And here's the official announcement. That's gotta be fight of the weekend. This was nuts, dude. Doesn't look good at all. Santos is clearly talented. He just dropped the ball and got caught. I think he's a better boxer than Dylan Mantello. But Dylan Mantello has a chin, man, and has some decent strikes and decent power of his own. All right, we're listening in for the official decision. It's always good to see Rage and Al back cornering some of these fighters. I liked Al Quenta. I remember watching him on The Ultimate Fighter as well. All right, so Dylan Mantello saying that he knew it was going to be a tough one, but he's proud of his performance. He knew Santos was tough, and he was coming in to try to take his head off. Cunha plus 165. He almost fumbled it when he grappled after he hurt him, but made up for it. I think Santos was stunned or like was hurt that I don't think he would have fumbled it, but yeah, I mean, I said it. I was like, oh, why is he taking him to the ground? But then it kind of worked out. But that size advantage is something 6'1" to 5'9". He must not be selling enough houses. Real estate Al. He used to jump on Helwani's show quite a bit, but maybe it's because he's not fighting anymore, not selling enough houses. Helwani doesn't care anymore. Bigger guy at plus money is a good angle. Again, yes, but did you guys watch his last fight? Cunha's last fight in Dana White's Contender Series. It was really hard to watch. Okay? It was very hard to watch. Whatever helium this guy had completely bursted in that fight, in my opinion. He's a wrestler, but he can't take damage at all. Well, no poker face at all. Yeah, I mean, let's see how good his opponent is, but you know, and I'm pretty glass half full kind of guy. I try to be as respectful as possible to everyone except for Rose Namajunas. I'm the best. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what he was doing in his last fight. It was quite frankly, and I think he would agree with me, an awful performance. Yeah, you fought in UAE against Khabib's cousin. No English. Okay, he doesn't speak English. We need a translator in the live chat. We need Portuguese. All right, I'm gonna use a quick Google Translate. Okay. There we go. Aljo in there too. Let's go. They call him John Pork. Oh my god. He's a real estate content creator. That fight pissed me off. This one? Yep. I was going to take Freeman in the main event, but he looked obese compared to his last fight, so the dog Cunha. Okay. Hey. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us here. I'm literally just doing a Portuguese translate right now for our boy. Dude, shout out to William Pole Samurai, ladies and gentlemen. I took Freeman, but I'm nervous about it. All right, let's get to this next one. All right, here we go, guys. Guys making their walkouts now. Here we go. Denzel Freeman up against Hugo Cunha. Freeman 5-1 as a pro. He won his last fight against Steven Asplin. Rear naked choke. I was at that fight, ladies and gentlemen. I was at that fight. The one thing that we had to be worried about for Steven Asplin was his takedown defense, and Freeman having a little bit more experience than our boy out of Minnesota, Steve Asplin, was able to take him down and get the rear naked choke. I will say, in the first round, Steve Asplin was getting some success on the feet. But again, a guy with his experience coming out of PFL, Titan FC. Asplin had never fought someone of his caliber, especially a guy who was 4-1 on the regional scene. Funny enough, fought Johnny Eblin as an amateur, a couple weight classes down. Let's just say that. What was the weight that they fought at? Oh, never mind. A couple weight classes up for Johnny Eblin. Never mind. Anyways, looked really good against Steven Asplin. Steven Asplin actually came back and won his fight after that against Hammer Morton, who's a very tough hammer. And got the standing TKO against him. His takedown defense and ability to get back up to his feet looked a lot better. But Denzel, with his wrestling, was able to get it done. Who's fighting on LFA now? I'm getting into it, Shane. Oh, they're showing one of the fights from earlier tonight. And I fought in one championship now in February 20 against another Russian, but now I need to improve my record. But soon I will be in a big event again. I guess you know, they want people to go grab some more beers before the main event. I don't like either of them. I remember because he was like a minus 1,000. Oh, his opponent was a big-time Muay Thai champ who trained with Khabib crew, and now his grappling is very good as well. It was a rough matchup. Yo, shout out. We will definitely follow your next fight. Just let us know when it is, when you do sign it. They're replaying one of the prelims, right? Yep. I have to go head-to-head for the tie. Hey, no problem, William. No problem. Hey, Brazil! Let's go. Fucking rights, dude. All right. So anyways, Denzel Freeman, decent wrestler, okay striking. Not as good of a wrestler as Hugo Cunha, apparently. Hugo Cunha, 8-2 as a pro, 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Again, awful on Dana White's Contender Series. And I'm the glass half full guy. I love, I hate dogging the fighters because they put their lives on the line to entertain us. But at the end of the day, I got to call it for what it is. That fight was one of the worst Dana White Contender Series performances I have ever seen. 4 KO TKOs, 4 submissions, 0 decisions. So at least he finishes his opponents in his wins. Been KO'd once, lost once via decision. 2-0 on LFA, 0-1 in one championship, and 0-1 on Contender Series. Yeah, he beat Eduardo Neves for the LFA title. Props to him. Yeah, he beat Fernando Batista. I guess props to him. Lost to Joyson in one, but very close decision. I remember actually watching that one. And an open fight in Future. He did beat some decent guys. He beat a 4-1 guy in Titan, 5-1 guy in Future. Goes over to one championship as a very close decision. Comes back to LFA, gets a win, and wins the title. Like, this former wrestler should have done way better. And again, Rizvan Kuniev, good prospect. Okay, solid prospect. 6 KO TKOs, 3 submissions, 3 decisions, 2-0 in Contender Series, 0-1 in PFL. You're going to be fighting Curtis Blades coming up soon. I mean, yeah, they're definitely giving him top competition early, but again, UFC heavyweight, there's 30 fucking heavyweights, so like it really doesn't matter at this point. I've never seen someone have no fight in their eyes and just fold, man. Fold with no fight. And it was very concerning. So Denzel Freeman, I've seen him fight a guy with no wrestling and beat him. As an underdog, sure. Maybe Cunha can get the better of him in wrestling since that is his bread and butter. And he has a little bit more experience fighting guys a little bit better than him as well. I understand why he's the favorite coming off a win against a guy like Aspen who has a little bit of momentum right now, but he was a pure striker. I'll say a well-rounded-ish heavyweight who relies on his grappling a little bit more than his boxing, going up against a better wrestler who hits harder, even though I don't know what happened in that fight. Maybe nerves, which is, we're all human, so maybe it was nerves, but I understand why he's the underdog, or why he's the underdog based off that, but I got to imagine that his experience grappling and just his pure power striking is going to be more than Freeman. So I will go Cunha as well. Yeah, it's free on YouTube under the Overdogs podcast YouTube channel. Hello from Brazil. Yo, what's up, Junior Trader? Paga from Tough Fighting on Dirty Boxing. Yeah, he has not had a good run on the regional scene post UFC. That was the worst talent in Tough season ever. This upcoming season actually has a great roster. Yeah, that stung Muhammad Usyk winning. That was funny. Let's go, Cunha, Brazil. I'll go head-to-head and pick Freeman. All right, all right. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, they're showing one of the prelim fights. This actually pisses me off because I gotta stream deep soon. Let's go, Cunha. Yo, what's up, James? Good to see you. Good to see you. I guess I could start just setting up the deep stream right now. Keep the comments coming, guys. We got time. We got time. They are ragging the puck right now. I've never seen LFA do this before. Maybe something happened. You know what it might be, to be honest, guys? And again, did they say on the broadcast? I'm not listening to the broadcast. Maybe that's something to do with they have like cage-sized doctors and they're explaining to the ambulance right now what's going on with Santos. So maybe they can't start the fight until the cage-side doctors are there. So maybe they're ragging the puck because the cage-side doctors are talking to the paramedics right now. Appreciate what you do, bro. The only LFA fight companion I've been able to find. Hey, well, I almost do every single LFA card. Sometimes I'll do one championship instead if there's like a fight night. Or I will be at the LFA card. Like I go to all the Minnesota ones. That's where I live. If you didn't know, this is a fish on my hat. Very Minnesotan. Shout out to Waggle Golf. But yeah, this is not the last stream tonight. We have Deep right after this. Okay, so it says Deep's going to be live in like 35 minutes. We got Deep right after this, which should be awesome. It's not the second leg of the Grand Prix. That's next week, I believe. Or the week after Ryzen, regardless. Do you remember that Bellator event that started over an hour late because they didn't have medics on site? Yep. It was the Chicago one where Pitbull fought Pettis. Yep. What's Deep? It's one of my favorite promotions. It's a Japanese promotion that's actually real MMA. Right? Not like these North American-ass garbage fucking rule set that they employ. Fucking North American commissions. Fucking hate the fans, dude. It's real MMA. It's superior rule set action. It's a feeder league to Ryzen. Soccer kicks, stomps, elbows. It's amazing. I don't sleep. That's why I'm going to die in the next 5 years, probably. Hopefully before 40, but probably not. Pogo's getting chased around the ring by this guy. Oh, shit. Ready for 1FC. I'm ready. I'm honestly more excited for Deep, to be perfectly honest. But yes, I am ready for 1FC. Way more excited for Deep. Even though it's not the second leg of the Grand Prix. It's just, Deep's just such a fucking vibe, dude. And the last card, one guy got double stomped on the face. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. Pogo almost got slept right at the bell. In the best DBX fight I've seen yet. What a war. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully he found his calling. Hopefully he found his calling. But yeah, KS, I am very much a hater of the unified rule set. I'm a junkie when it comes to watching fights. So like I'm going to support and watch all the leagues. But I'd be lying if I said that I will be able to stomach the unified rule set much longer. It truly is a disgrace to the sport. Truly a disgrace to the sport. And it's not against the fighters. I know there's so many opportunities where fighters could just knee a motherfucker in the face and, you know, fight's over or no more stalling, etc. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Shout out to like Colorado. Shout out to I think it's Alabama, who are now slowly but surely allowing the superior rule set to reign supreme in the United States. I can't believe they're showing this whole fight. It must be due to the cage side medics, guys. It must be due to the cage side medics. So just keep the comments coming. I'm gonna not so subtly set up the deep stream here as we're chilling. We're rewatching the Carrier versus Pufahl fight right now, which is a very good fight. Go Cunha. Yeah, he hasn't fought yet. But soon. They put one of the prelims on right now in the interim. How's everyone's weekend going, by the way? How's everyone's weekend going? You guys got any big plans tomorrow, or just one championship and then catch up on sleep? I wouldn't blame you if that was your answer. If that was your answer. Okay, we're coming back now. They're not even going to the third round. They're just gonna say it. They just said what happened at the rest of the fight. So it must have been something to do with the medics. All right, here we go. Heavyweights are about to make their walkouts now, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Cold open for the main event starting. One, then sleep, then workout, then fury. Let's go. Yeah, I got to sneak in a workout. I didn't have time to sneak one in today, which I didn't expect to, given that it was just a marathon of fights today. But still, I need to do some hill sprints or something. Actually, you know what? It's supposed to snow 5 inches overnight. I guess I can shovel tomorrow. That's a fucking workout. I never thought I'd say this, but I miss hill sprints. I'm doing so much fucking plyometrics and stretching this winter. Haven't been lifting many weights. More, I guess, some resistance stuff, but this summer gonna hit the weights and just fucking hill sprint my tail off. You know why I like it so much? And this is the fucked up part. It's like, it fucking sucks. It is like the worst, but I like that about working out. If you don't hate it and it's not like the worst thing you're doing, you can't like push through it, then it's not, you know, that ain't working out. Have you been getting your protein? No, I haven't. That's the bad thing. Once I start lifting again, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I've still been mucking peanut butter, but definitely been slacking on the protein. I did. I got two small, but decent sized, about this big. Two filet mignons on sale for $4 for not each, for both of them. Again, best used by today, but I cooked those up for dinner. So I literally had steak and broccoli for dinner. So there's the protein, but yeah, I've been slacking overall. Robinson Perez, the Wolf, is about to be the face of DBX. Dude's got the sauce on the mic and in the ring. Let's go. I like the feeling after working out. Me too. Gets the endorphins going. Especially since I sit a lot of the time for work and for streaming, Shane. Like, I have to do something. But hill sprints for me is my shit, because it's very hard right now. I know, and I won't be able to do it for like that many more years, right? Because I'm only 31, but my knees, they ain't getting any better. Let's just say that. Somehow I've gone a bit worse at running. Shane, you gotta get off the hamster wheel and actually like fucking like drive to Westwood and fucking run around Westwood a time or two. Like, I don't know. I see results when I'm on the fucking pavement or trails, not on the hamster wheel. But you know how much I hate the treadmill. Where I found my noticeable progress running was like something I could like track on a trail versus numbers on a screen. But that's just me. Maybe push yourself at Westwood or something on one of these sunny days. And then maybe you'll get back on the hamster wheel and absolutely dominate. Trick Daddy at DBX. I used to work out like a lot, just kick your ass workouts. That's my favorite, man. Good to see you, James. Try some creatine. But the thing is, like, I'm not looking to, like, be no fucking bodybuilder or anything. I just do it because it's healthy for you and it makes you feel good. And because I sit all the time. So, like, do I like stretching? Sure. But, like, I have to stretch. If I didn't stretch, I'd look like this. I'd be mangled, right? 3 knee surgeries deep and I'm still rocking at 36. Each of the hills can always be conquered. All right. I feel a little bit better now. It's a little daunting with the knee when the knees feel a little bit weaker. Because I'm like, fuck, I don't want to, like... Because, you know, you don't want to fuck around with the knees. But, okay. I feel a little bit better now. I just need to get more fucking fish oils and shit in for them joints. I was improving on the treadmill over years. Real running on the track, road or trails is far better than that treadmill. Hope he barks at his... Oh, Mike Breeden up next on DBX. He better bark. But lately, I haven't been quite as good at running. Maybe I should take a day off of running. Maybe take a day off to recover, get a lot of protein and some more carbs in, and then tackle the next day. No evidence HCI or HCL is any more beneficial than mono, by the way, on the creatine advice. You should do some obstacle courses races if you ever get time and money, like Spartan race. That would be cool. I would love to do a triathlon sometime. Like, I love mountain biking. I love, like, hiking and trail running. I suck at swimming, though. That's the thing. I take fish oil. The key to run them, walk them backwards as well. Ah, that's the thing. That's... Because, yeah, it's the walk down. I'm like, oof. And multivitamins. I suck at swimming, dude. I'm so bad at swimming, dude. I'm a freaking walking carpet, and I'm brown. So. There ain't no water near the desert. Actually, that's a lie. My dad was literally fucking born on the coast of the Persian Gulf, so. He can swim better than me. God damn it. And I was born on the West Coast. I've been swimming in the ocean my whole life. Well, except for now that I live in Minnesota. I like swimming, and I can swim. I'm just not I ain't beating anybody in a fucking stroke race. I'm telling you that much. I might have a stroke before I even finish the race in a stroke competition. All right, main event coming up next. What a way to rag the puck, ladies and gentlemen. Holy. What a way to rag the puck. All right, the heavyweight title fight. The cold open is done. The panel's work is done. The watching 2 rounds of a friggin' prelim fight is done. Corned beef sandwich or corned beef and cabbage in a bowl? I'm going bowl. Ooh. I think I lean sandwich, but I do love me some cabbage. I do love me some cabbage. I don't know who's ever said that in life, but I just said it. I'll pick Cunha. All right, making his walkout now, Denzel Freeman. He does look a little less in shape than his last fight, for sure. The fighters are making their walkout now. Again, don't mind me. Keep the comments coming. I'm setting up the deep stream on the fly, ladies and gentlemen. 9 fights on the deep card. So honestly, it probably will end... No, it's a 2 a.m. start for 1. Yeah, I'm fucked. I ain't sleeping tonight. I thought I'd maybe be able to sneak 1 hour of a nap in. No, it ain't happening, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't happening. But that's okay. The deep stream starts in 14 minutes. I don't think their fights are going to start for another half an hour. So we should be good. All right. Freeman has just entered the cage, ladies and gentlemen. Freeman has just entered the cage. And here comes the champion. Hey, what's up, AJ? Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole. Good to see you, AJ. How you doing? I could just barely swim to save my life. I got Cunha. So my dad, I don't know if I say this on stream, but so my dad, again, shout out to the immigrant parents out there. They're the real MVPs. Because of stuff like this. I was such, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like a bitch ass little kid, which is why my parents put me in martial arts to toughen me up. I would say it worked. Still a nice guy, but yeah, went from like a bitch ass kid to like, you know, someone who could at least defend themselves, and yeah, definitely gave me a little tougher skin. But yeah, I was so scared to swim as like, you know, I think I was like 6 or 7, and I think we're either at a lake or the local pool. You know, there was a little, as you'll see, it was a little traumatic, but dad just ends up picking me up. Oh, Kuna's also out of Teixeira's gym. Ends up picking me up and just throwing me in the deep end. And I remember seeing his feet walk away and the words, swim or drown, son, swim or drown. And boy, did I learn how to swim. Swam back to shore. Teary-eyed. Not happy with Pop, but I learned how to swim. So shout to Pop. I don't train karate, I train jiu-jitsu. But when I was younger, I did kickboxing and like Shaolin Kung Fu base, but it was more so we learned how to fight. Good man, just trying to sleep. It's 10 a.m. here. Lost 200 on the London card. I hope you make it back on LFA. I hope you make it back on Deep. I hope you make it back on 172. I don't swim properly. I use my feet to push instead of flop. Can't swim at all. I can swim like for fun. Like I like going and swimming like laps or hitting up the ocean, lakes. I'm just, yeah. There's no way in a competitive atmosphere I could hold my own. All right, here we go, guys. Fight is about to be announced. Each of them have the same reach, by the way. Cunha a little bit heavier. Cunha 1 inch taller. Each of them pretty much the same age as well. All right, here we go. They're being announced right now, ladies and gentlemen. Main event. Again, if you're new to the channel, if you're just joining us here for the end of the card, we do live play-by-play, commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat here. Good to see everybody hanging out with us tonight. Shout out to everyone who joined us for UFC. Shout out to everybody who's been hanging out with us for this card as well. Again, right after this, we're going to hop over to Deep, so join us there. And then right after Deep, we'll do 172. I might be, Deep should end before... Yeah, Deep should end before fucking one championship, so I should have time to set up that stream. Oh, Freeman's out of Colorado? Okay. How do I watch Deep? On the Deep YouTube channel, and you become a member, and you can watch it there. I wouldn't be able to swim with flippers. Convincingly, no. Well, Loughran more so than the others. I think the Alberg fight was dead ass even. Padilla fight, he won 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds for sure. Tybura, I think, won the first and third round for sure. First round was definitely close for Tybura and was the swing. But I think he won the first round. Alberg, I didn't know who won that fight, so I didn't really care what the decision was. Loughran won 2 out of the 3 rounds. Padilla won the first 2 rounds, so... I mean, Loughran didn't have his best performance, but 2 out of the 3 rounds he did better. Like, I don't think... It was. I do think he won that last round. Second round, Fletcher gave him a run for his money, though. All right, here we go, guys. Yeah, so I didn't think Tybura lost. I've gone over it so many times on the last stream that, like... I don't know. First round was close, but I think it was pretty clear that he was landing the better shots. And then, you know, when the striking's pretty even, and in my opinion, even though Tybura landed the better body shots, if you want to say the shots to the face mattered a little bit more, if the striking is exactly even, damage-wise, and pretty much shot count as well, I think there was like barring 3 as a difference in that one, then you have to give the checkbox to other things in mixed martial arts that occurred, and Tybura did more. So, but anyways, 4 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. That's insane. That's insane. 4 minutes and 19 seconds, with all due respect, as Rampage says. 4 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. Damn, Gable Stevenson lost in the finals of the NCAA wrestling tournament. They're saying it's the biggest upset ever. Wow. Yeah, because he came back basically just to dominate. 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Walking forward is Cunha. Cunha, honestly, looks like he's in better shape. Three minutes and 37 seconds. High kick attempt by Freeman doesn't land. Cunha looks dialed, by the way, dude. Oh, a nice body kick by Cunha. Cunha looking for the takedown, and Freeman, decent takedown defense so far. Only has one underhook, though, is the right underhook, and Cunha looking for the takedown. Literally sandbagging as an Olympic gold wrestler, 25, facing off 18 and 22-year-olds. Didn't concede a single takedown all season except for one when it mattered the most. I say Freeman let himself go a little bit. I mean, he's a fucking 24-year-old wrestling NCAA. It's sort of fuckery. Smaller guy, but heavier. His legs are bigger as well. Nice trip, but they're back up to their feet. Well, I mean, Stevenson didn't make the NFL this year, so needed to stay active. Wasn't in the WWE anymore, so went back to college wrestling. And crazy that he's unable to get it done. I will say, shout out to Freeman for the Dude Wipes sponsorship. Old school UFC shit right there. I'm covering Deep and 1FC. Guys, please check the schedule. I post it for a reason. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Freeman clinching. Speaking of Deep, it starts in about 10 minutes. I got to finish setting up the stream, but we will be there, I promise. I try to never miss a Deep show. I unfortunately have to miss the Deep Jewels for one, but that's okay. Biggest upset, they're saying. Dope. Hell yeah, dude. Jubilee, daddy with good performance on Dirty Boxing. Oh, high kick attempt by Freeman. Just missed Cunha, and they separate back to center. 1 minute 37 seconds. Front kick by Cunha. Right hand by Freeman. 128 seconds. Goozy beats both of these guys in the first round, by the way. Just saying. Nice body kick by Freeman. Cunha looking for the single leg, and he got it, but Freeman right back up to his feet. Cunha still holding on to that left single leg of Freeman. India snatching defeat from the jaws of victory in UFC today. We need another Indian star now. I'm telling you guys, Manshur Kara is going to save Indian MMA. Leave it to an American to save Indian MMA. The Punjabi Prince has got this, ladies and gentlemen. 8-0 coming into Dana White Contender Series. Gonna win in beautiful fucking fashion. Bare knuckle MMA fighter and grappler turned just straight MMA fighter, undefeated. He's gonna leave it to an American-born Indian man to carry the torch for India. There you go. It's so fucking annoying, and Aspinall is the champion. 14 seconds on the clock. Neither of them are throwing this final 10 seconds. I think John Jones thinks he's still as popular as he was 10 years ago. And that fans are going to just blindly root for him. you know, when the shit clock's ticking based off all his antics and outside the cage, and now him just refusing to do what he does best. So it's annoying. It's annoying. They both look kind of gassed, and there's 4 rounds left. I mean, yeah, they certainly ain't fresh. I would say they have enough gas left for another round. 10-9 Freeman. This might be the most fights I've seen in a day. I wish you could continue to watch with us for Deep, Shane. Yo, maybe for Shane's birthday, I get him a Deep membership. I think this eventually ends with Cunha on mount when they both gassed. I will say that Freeman's doing a good job of defending the single legs. All right, round 2. And again, guys, I'm setting up the deep stream like as we speak, but I will get it done right after this stream, and then we'll jump right over to some Japanese real mixed martial arts superior rule set action right away. Oh shit! Nice shot by Freeman. Nice shot by Freeman. He hurt Cunha. He hurt Cunha. Cunha covering up against the fence. Nice knee by Freeman. Freeman with the left. Freeman with the right. Cunha's covering up, but Freeman's just relentlessly throwing. Continues to throw. He might gas himself out here, but he doesn't care. Nice knee by Freeman. Cunha seeing the Tweety Birds, but covering up. Cunha definitely desperation takedown there by Cunha, but cannot get the single leg. Now trapping the neck is Freeman. Freeman still landing shots. Freeman shots to the side of Cunha's face. Freeman might gas himself out here. Freeman with the right hand. Cunha seeing the Tweety Birds. Cunha trying to go for the takedown. Freeman ends up on top. Freeman landing some right hands. Freeman continuing to land right hands on Cunha. Can Cunha defend himself here? Can Cunha get back up to his feet? 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Freeman getting in the top position now. Freeman, right hands. Cunha trying to scramble, but worst timing to take a piss. Damn. 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Freeman starting to gas out here, but Cunha can't get out of this. These aren't the most punishing blows. 3 minutes and 39 seconds. If Freeman can't finish this, this is bad news for Freeman because he's going to be dead tired, but Cunha, he's huffing and puffing as well. Not quite full mount with modified half guard. Side control. Postured up here is Freeman. I thought Freeman was maybe even going to finish him there. But Cunha survived, and Freeman is tired, but Freeman's still throwing hammer fists. Freeman trying to find a way into side control. Oh, big left by Freeman. Freeman's still in the top position. Cunha should have never been on Dana White Contender Series. Who is his connection? Glover. Glover's his coach. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Freeman. Still in top position. Freeman, big shots. Freeman basically full mount right now. Cunha ass to the mat. Back to the face, falling backwards. Freeman, more hammer fist, and this fight is over. And new! And new! Denzel Freeman is your new LFA heavyweight champion. Goozy will avenge the win of Steve Asplin and kick the shit out of Freeman. And he would have kicked the shit out of Cunha as well. Goozy's coming for that title, motherfuckers. Goozy's coming for that title. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Goozy's coming for that title, baby. You better be ready, Freeman. You better be ready. Minnesota, stand up, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to avenge the Steve Asplin loss. Let's fucking go. This is an all-time slop fest. Shout out to Freeman. He was the way better fighter. I was going to say, what the hell? Why is this still going? Well, the Deep Tokyo Impact 2025 first round stream is on. We will jump over to that soon. We tied the third beer bet today. Herb Dean, a minute of pain. Let's go, Freeman. Glover must be a good salesman. Good showing by Freeman. This might be the worst heavyweight title era for LFA until Alvin Goozy Hines gets the motherfucking belt, ladies and gentlemen. Ref wanted more brain damage. Good showing from Freeman. Freeman did his thing. I'm sure there's like 20 Brazilian heavyweights on LFA Brazil who are better than those guys. Well, let's bring them in. Let's bring them to North America. Most definitely a minute of pain. Hey, Shane, it was awesome having you here. If you, Shane, if you somehow, some way can't sleep tonight, fire up the stream. We will be live. There are some free prelims on YouTube. So 3 a.m. Eastern, so midnight your time. I'm guessing you'll probably be asleep. But if you are awake, we will be live for those. Anyways, guys, I gotta jump to another stream. So thank you to everybody. He didn't, I mean, failed hydration test. Dude, I will sleep when I'm dead in a couple years. I keep moving the goalposts. I said 10 years, I said 5 years. Now I think it's like, I'm lucky if I live 2 more years. I know I shouldn't joke about that, but it's true. It's true. I'm withering away, ladies and gentlemen. But I'd rather watch fights and wither away than live past 40. Let's be perfectly honest. To be fair, LFA heavyweights have never been good. Waldo Cortez Acosta is the best heavyweight LFA champ of all time. Again, until Alvin Guzzi Hines gets that belt, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I got to jump over and finish setting up the deep stream. I know there's 50 people watching right now. I thank all of you for hanging out, but we are going to jump over to follow this promotion here. The prelims are about to begin. The prelims are about to begin on the Deep Tokyo Impact 2025 first round. I believe there's 2 prelims before we get to the main card and the opening ceremony. Yeah, I believe it's or actually 3. So 3 amateur fights to start off this card. Then we get to the main. I'm going to set up the stream and we'll be live in about 20 to 30 minutes. Was Blades an LFA champ? Maybe RFA? RFA, and he wasn't a champ. Comeback is real. Just won a grand with Freeman win and had no way to watch. I appreciate the commentary, man. No worries, Beat Fanatic. Glad you won some money. Hey, subscribe to the channel as we cover a ton of LFA. We cover a ton of regional shows. I mean, how regional is this? Deep at New Pierre Hall is what we're covering next, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, it was only second beer bet of the day. Third of the weekend. No! Hey, congratulations, Freeman. You took down one of our Minnesota heavyweights in Aspen, but you ain't taking down Guzzi next, baby. Right. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump over and set up this stream. Literally 20 to 30 minutes. Do not go anywhere. You know, grab a beer, take a quick little power nap, and we'll be back for a little Deep Tokyo Impact 2025 first round action. First 3 fights on the card are amateur, so we'll probably skip those, but then we'll be live right for when the opening ceremony starts. If we do miss a fight, it will only be 1, I promise. Like I said, just got to set up the stream here, which should take like 20-ish minutes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all. Join us here on Deep. I just fired up the stream. It says, oh, please wait for the live stream. So they're still getting ready, which is good. And you know who I see in the live chat? I see Reaper Jones. I'll comment as well. Yo, let's go. Real MMA time, baby. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Those who joined us for UFC, thank you so much for joining for LFA. Back for Deep in half an hour. Back for 1 championship in 4 hours. They fought before, and Aoki steamrolled him. I hope he steamrolls him again. You all are amazing. I appreciate you all. Shout out to Chance for the $5. Jubilee! And thank you so much, Ben, for the $3 as well. But he's not a can at all. They're just two older fighters now. Oh, look at beautiful New Pierre Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the beautiful New Pierre Hall. We have 3 amateur fights before the main card starts. I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Let's get to it there. See you guys on the Deep stream. See you guys on the 1 championship stream. I appreciate you all. Smash that like button and subscribe. And always remember. It's
Herb Dean's fault.
It's Herb Dean's fault. Yeah, guys, talk away in the Discord as I do have to run here and set up the stream. Yay, Billy! I see Billy in the chat. Let's go, Billy. I'm literally talking to homies from this live chat and the deep live chat. I'm fucked in the head, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Yeah.